For anyone who's new here this week. I just want to start off by saying thank you, Joe, for being such an amazing host every month. And thank you to Johnny McCrackens for giving us the space to run our mouths and read a few things. I'm putting this video up on my YouTube channel, so I wanted to take an extra moment here and say another thank you to Angie Tibbs, who is the editor at a political and cultural newsletter called Dissident Voice that she operates out of Canada. And 4 years ago, on this week in 2004, I had my first poem published at that site. She gave me that opportunity, and I've been a weekly contributor on their Sunday poetry page ever since. So that sparked my publishing career and gave me the motivation to really get this journey going. So thank you, Angie. I'll be eternally indebted to you. And on this occasion, being the 4-year anniversary, I thought I'd take a moment to read a couple poems from this book, which was my first. It's called Songs of a Dissident. And these two poems originally appeared at that site, Dissident Voice. The first of which is entitled Trump Hand. How many bombs dropped from all of the war props, poisonous and poised to hiss with a snake's tongue. Venom on the fang drips with needlepoint precision. Shock and awe proclamations. A river of fire and a ring around the city. Mercury enters the blood. A kill shot to the mind. Alzheimer's and a loss of fight as the hawks and vultures cry. Mission accomplished as they send in the eagle to pick up the bloody pieces. How many lives lost from all of the lies cast carelessly and callously with spiteful intentions, malicious persuasions, 1,000 points of propaganda hiding behind a doomed and decadent empire, dilapidated and disintegrating, toppling like a house of cards when a hand of 5 aces is laid down on the table by the collective force of a Renaissance revolution. How many souls will rise on the day that the truth takes flight, lofty and laced with visions of a lit-up nebula being born, in the blink of a moment at the brink of a new age, sipping freely from the full well, raining love from the constellation, with a song from the spheres about the cycles of time. The wheels, they spin, the gears, they turn, the dust drifts away as the phoenix flows out from the ash.
Woo!
Okay, and then this is another one that originally appeared at DV. It's called Chokehold. Up on the steep roof, blowing leaves from the gutter, I come to realize an appreciation of just how precious and precarious every single step in life is. One slip might mess you up. Walking along beside the street, watching cars pass in the cold of night, I get a craving for some fresh air, not this stale smoke tailpipe smog fest. One breath might seize the lungs. Staring straight at the TV screen while going numb in every neuron, I found a trance with the program. Turn my head off and get sucked into the shallow waves. 1 hour might drain all soul. Sitting down for a warm meal at the dinner table with the heat on, I know it's true that the energy used to keep me safe from cold comes at the sad expense of stealing Earth's black gold. One drill might shift the plates. Catching flack in my own mind for creature comforts of the modern life, it'll drive you mad trying to save the world. It's all illusion, Lord. Just lay me down. Sleeping soundly between satin sheets, snug and cozy, carefree nonchalance. I paid my dues throughout the day. Won't wear a millstone through the night.
Woo!
So that book was published out of Houston, Texas by Transcendent Zero Press, which is run by Dustin Pickering and ZM Wise. So thank you to them as well. And another quick Texas connection. I'm going to start, I haven't mentioned this anywhere yet, a new podcast that I'll be hosting with Diversity of the Minds Radio on Blog Talk Radio.
Hell yeah.
And that's going to be starting Later this month or early July, it's going to be called Songs of Salah, and I'll be interviewing poets and other writers and artists who I'm friends with and have met along these last few years. So thank you to Carolyn Ballard and Billy Ballard, who run Diversity of the Minds podcast. So this is a new one, just wrote it today, dedicated to the Queen of Cali. It's called Wonders of the 181. Come to me in dreams tonight so we can speak even while we sleep, as the crickets serenade our spirits. Hour upon hour of hearing your voice is still not enough to satiate the need that you've created to keep goosebumps tingling along my spine and skin. Dive in, dig deep of the buzz, of the bliss, of the burn, of the fire of the rising sun. 181 rays of light shine from the seat of your soul with a resonance that magnetizes my lips to place a kiss on your forehead, on your hair, on my neck, on your navel, on my heart. Arrows aimed with the intention of casting webs to capture all the sweetest signs of synchronicity that pulse when our thoughts and emotions are entangled. Moments enriched with silver and gold, linings and crowns, with lavender and rose, crystals and oils, with winks and wine, with smiles and laughs that echo and echo and echo and sigh.
Woo!
All right, thanks. I'll do one more and then pass the baton on. This is a recent anthology. It's called Persian Sugar and English Tea, and Sudabeh Sayednia translated some of my work in it into Farsi, and then it also appears in English. And because I'm a coward, I'm just going to read the English version. This is called Transcending Definitions. Art is not an institution. It is an inner fire born out of those whose eyes pierce deeply into hidden, burning beauty. Art is not a class taught by academia. It is a holy vibration pulsing through the veins of those who sense the truth of this world's perfect purity. Art is not a transaction. It is a soulful expression that has no choice but to be released as a reflection of the source. Art is not yet ready for the grave. It is a raging protest against the mortal flesh that sings the sweetest melody about overcoming all of life's suffering.
Woo!
All right, thanks everyone.